What is up, guys? Have a fun deck for you today. Today's deck is Avallac'h Elves. So this is a homebrew of mine, and I basically thought, let's find another way to just not run on Nearmints all the time, mix it up. And kind of one of the first steps I thought for that was, let's go Sage because it had a recent buff. And Sage fits right at home in this deck because not only is it an elf, but because we're playing artifacts, Feign Death is one of the best artifacts in the entire game. Plus, they also have the nice trap package, and we just kind of play two of the better traps in that one. Kind of fits right at home, and then we also have the base Avallac'h in there, just to be thematic. Again, both having elf tags, so it's pretty sweet. Now, I won't spend too much time with what the cards do, you kind of know. Here's how you need to apply the deck, right? If you can, pretty much just go into a long round. This deck has an incredibly strong long round, especially if you're expecting Feign Death to go off. But on the flip side of that, you can just try and bleed with Feign Death and then just rely on like Range Rover Nociel and like LES for a short round. It can be very strong. So if you have to do that, it works. Now on your opponent's side, they're probably taking round one. This deck doesn't excel too well at taking round one. It's always been a weak point of it. But most likely they're going to bleed you, and you're kind of fine with that. This deck is very good at surviving bleeds, because we can answer some of their strong threats that would force out like almost instantly. And then, Feign Death can kind of just hold us back, and we can tend to get out of there. So that is pretty nice with this, that though it's not going to fight for round one too hard, we have a decent bleed setup in the form of scenario, and then we also have a little short round capabilities. But if we need, we can just go straight into a long round, and we're going to tend to do better than most decks, because again, the benefit of Elves here is just not running a whole lot of engines, and any engines we do, they're only like 4p, so if they get removed, it's like okay. It's just kind of almost more point slammy Swarm, and does very well with that, with some huge payoffs. So, last thing to remember is before the videos have match breakdowns of threat cards you need to answer how you should apply the deck. So let me know what you think of those, and let's hop in. Okay. Battle Trance. Could be a couple things. Druids, it could also be Arnichad. Okay, so the deck we're going up against is probably a variation of this Battle Trance Druids. And the big threats we got to look out for is first getting it. So we have Heat Wave is going towards getting it. You're almost guaranteed to see it, so make sure you try and answer that. Also, for our engines, they do have a Gigascorp decoction, but they probably aren't running too much other removal. So our 4P engines should be able to go off and should be able to greed a fair amount. So don't be afraid to slap them down early. You're going to probably lose one to the Gigascorp. But the rest of them should go off and get you decent value. Last thing is, round one's going to be pretty hard here because of their discard package. It just shells out too much points and too much tempo. We're not going to be able to keep up with it, and they are SK, so pretty good chance they're just going to bleed in, try and flesh out a lot of our good cards and go to a short round, because they tend to have really good short rounds compared to something like Squirtle. I think that about covers it. Last thing I guess to cover is if they are running Preachers to proc getting it, do try and answer one with a Lock or a Yaven, because if these go unanswered, you're really going to be hurting. But we also do have Spores, so maybe it can go towards that. And then Fulmar, that could also be another consideration for a Lock, because we are Swarm. If he's able to get enough rain on a row and then put Storm on a couple, that can really devastate us and kind of hurt our Swarm capabilities. So that would be another threat. But getting at this Heat Wave, and then your Preachers and your Fulmars are going to be Locks, Yavens, anything like that. So there's a little bit of kind of threat overview. Let's go and hop in. The good chance they run Heat Wave too. Okay, I like some of this. Serpent Trap. That's gonna be questionable. And we can keep it. I'm gonna kick Crushing Trap though. Okay, 2 Swordmasters can be nice. Right head. Oh, kick that. Commando, sure. Have some engines here to kind of pull us through. Do they have anything that's gonna punish a tall?
May your sword and arm be one.
I don't think so. Skeleton, it's monsters and Squirtle that you have to worry about for because you've got pred dives and then serpent traps. They obviously could have stuff that would punish it, but not just like what you're gonna probably run into for another time. Go here. Let's get this other one going.
Swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn.
Then we'll go commando, and then probably need to go maxi, but that turns off commando, unfortunately. Drakkar. Alright, so this is looking like druids because he's gonna play a priest next, which we can move the priest. Oh, let's make sure we click first.
We await the signal. Till then, don't budge.
Mardrome. Okay. It's decent spores. Yeah, so he got healing effect off of that, which was unfortunate. It's gonna go maxi. I know it's gonna turn it off, but we can like LES that. Let's just see what we're drawing.
No one gets to fool me twice.
Okay, so we get these two and that and Ibir. We're missing Heat Wave though. But this is honestly not too shabby. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Actually, we would hit Heat Wave, so yeah, we're just rolling with this. I'll probably go LES next, and then bring out Aileron to take the round. Yetta, huh? You could also just commit spores first.
No one else dares face me.
Let's do that. Wait. How is she not damaged? Oh, because that was 13. Okay, okay. I was looking at mine. Alright, well, we gotta make some commitments here. That's a beast pocket. Might play into something. So we're gonna kill one of them.
Clearly, I've a weakness for wenches.
Pulls out Aileron.
We will take back what was stolen.
Hopefully this can give us the round. Got 10 points, he needs 11. Could just play the Dragoon here. Okay, he passes. Alright, so we go into the long round, because we want that Heat Wave for getting it. Okay, image is actually staying clear. It's not getting all blurry. Very nice. Alright, so we do need to take mulligans here. Engine's actually probably pretty decent, because I don't think he's going to have a whole lot of control. So we'll kick that. Okay, there's her. And then we probably... we'll just go and take one more, because we need to dig for Heat Wave. And we pass. The thing that could take it for them, though, is if they have Heat Wave, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Darren, huh, interesting. Please move Morkvarg? Yeah, just throw points away. Fine by me. If he doesn't have Heat Wave, I think we take it, but if he does, that might be an issue. Now, if I did my maxi math right, we just dig here and we should pull it out. Crushing Trap can be fine. Okay, there's Heat Wave. I forgot what was right after it. I don't think it was anything too hot. Squirrel could work, but it turns off that. I just think Squirrel because he's gonna pull that back out. But honestly, this isn't too bad. Let's just roll with it. Serpent Trap could be awkward though. Maybe we just kick that, and then we just off if we need it off of Ibir. Okay, there's another commando. Well, not another commando, but one in addition to the scenario. Alright, so Heatwave is for Giddineth. Unless he sticks behind Defender, which could be a possibility. Alright, fingers crossed he doesn't have Heatwave. I think we need to greed here. I'm positioning that melee in case I really, like, if it does get heat waved, I want room in the back for Vernaciel. Yeah, it does. Well, that puts us in an awkward spot. But at least that engine's going off. We'll go ahead and drop this one. We'll row stack a bit. Do they have anything where we wouldn't want to do that? Unless they're playing Red Haze. I think we'd be fine, though. Would they run a Yurden? Nah. But row stacking here is helpful in case I need to go Yavin at a particular time, like you drop something I need to remove, boom, leader, Yavin. We can get something up to 6 right now.
Fill our hearts with roar.
That would be something to kill. Might be able to nab it when he plays a special card, because he probably will. Maybe he doesn't have scenario and then Heatwave can just go into that, but I am going to wait. We do have a little bit of breathing room here. Giga Squirt. Okay, so that's what he's going to play. Just because it's 6 power, he's going to shut off one of my engines. I'm imagining because he's hovering over them. Or maybe he's just confused as to the effect. Oh, what's up, KG? Yeah, there's the Giga Squirt. Okay, we at least kill that, though. Very nice. Thank you. Yeah, so, I had affiliate set up last time. I actually got a couple subs. It was really cool from Dang. You can see her up there. He's very generous. And I just spent, like, the past 2 hours setting up, like, all the notification stuff for follows, subscribes. And emote should be up, though it was kind of being a little bit weird with it, like an extension to try and show some of them off, to be like, hey, these are what you get, but it didn't seem to work too well. Yeah. So, thank you. Yeah, just trying to get it all set up. What am I playing now? I guess Bowman. It's kind of awkward here. Like, you don't really... I mean, it's just gonna heal up, and Crow Mother isn't really the best target.
Accept our sacrifice!
I should probably kill that one. Yeah, I could just Yavin it. So he counts himself. So 2 leader charges.
Not the ones to start this war.
Crushing Trap right now is looking kind of bad. I'm going good. Yep. I'm playing right now just an Avallac'h deck, so running both Avallac'hs. I have yet to draw this one because I've just queued into Cloggers a whole lot. Yeah, that's our Heatwave. We've kind of played into Fulmar up on our front row, I guess. I need to go this now, so I guess I'll go Frost back row. But just kind of going thematic, you know, they fit into the elf deck because of the tags, which are handy. And then instead of running Oneromancy, we're dropping some provisions. This is gonna be our tutor for it, and then also some traps to kind of fit in with that, and then Maxi, and hopefully those two can get us what we want. And so far, I mean, we have been drawing what we want, except for the first clog game just because we got clogged so hard. And it really sucked because I had answers to clog here, right? We got Heat Wave, Serpent Trap if they lead with Defender, and then Spores. So I wish I had the movement one. Alright, let's go Avallac'h.
At last.
Go Frost. But yeah, Crushing Trap is not super hot here. We're playing Scenario in this deck? Yeah. It got Heat Waved. I've been running actually into it. Like, a Clogger deck was running Heat Wave. So that was just some extra power. But yeah, you can see I played Feign Death and then it got Heat Waved. But yeah, I mean, that's the whole reason for playing Sage is it's to pull our Scenario here. Just kind of trying to experiment with other ways for tutoring instead of just always Oneromancy. You know, I haven't been too competitive this season. And climbing, like I just barely got to pro rank, so just I'm a little bit over it. I wasn't as happy with this patch as it was like before. Price of Power to me was like peak GWENT. It was such a diverse meta, and then this one's been a little eh. We can wait for more units to come out. Because he still hasn't clicked that. That's kind of scary. So we'll just go for Naciel.
We shall retake the cities that were stolen from us.
He still has leader. This isn't looking so hot. But I mean, Isengrim's pretty nasty here. Good stuff. I mean, yeah, pro rank isn't, you know, the hardest thing to hit. Like once you get up into top 3, like you're probably at least by the end of the season gonna hit it.
Feed us with strength
Okay, dang.
as we feed you with
So he
blood.
gets a turn of it. Alright. We go here. Make it seem like it's a horn, I guess. At least fake it. And then we last say this. I think we might just lose by a couple though. Because he's got some good last says.
I can help you if you wish.
Did they release the patch notes on some of the cards? I haven't really seen any of that. Yeah, see, I wish I had Squirrel for that. See if he's gonna go tall or not. He decides not to. Can't blame him. Alright. Well, we got like slaughtered. Wait! Oh, Crushing Trap, I'm sorry for doubting you. I am sorry for doubting you. Holy cow, though. That was close. Very nice. Okay, I want to see like if we can get one game or actually draw Sage. Whitemaker went to 6th provision, huh?
Onward! Attack!
I don't know if that's how I would have nerfed it. I feel it just needs... Okay, so we're going up against this Mages and Spells deck, or a variation of it. This is the one I have. Now typically when you see Pincer and Maneuver, do expect it to be the Siege one, but in this instance we are going up against Mages. So the big threat here is these Spellweavers. This deck can get a lot of them, and they scale incredibly well. Because they're just basically gaining 1 to 2 charges per turn. If they have a lot of them, you're going to get absolutely destroyed in a long round in many instances. So all our control that we would have is going towards these Spellweavers. And then also be careful how we sequence our engines, because there's a good chance they're running Philippa, and if we just go engine, 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 Philippa can come in and mop it up. Now when we're applying this to a longer round, if we're not drawing into the control that we need, we're probably losing a long round, but if we draw options to get Spellweavers, we're fine taking the longer round, because we should outscale anything else they have. So, there's kind of just overview of some threats and how we should maybe try to apply it, and let's hop in. I feel it just needed power drop. Well, these are some decent draws. Okay, what are we going against? Pincer, so we need Heat Wave. If we don't have Heat Wave, I mean, see you later. Hopefully we can punish Crystal Skull. Movement could be handy with full test. Lock of movement's nice, so I guess we kick this. And we actually do have Sage here. So I'm going to put Feign Death back, and then we can pull it with Sage. Okay, we got Maxi. Very nice. Horson went to 4 power. Does he still have Insanity? And he needed to be, because it's ridiculous that he point slammed for above his provision cost. And Devotion SY is just not a bad thing to play. I was surprised it took this long to touch Horson. Like, I'm fine with him being like a scary removal card, but like almost unconditional 11 for 10 is pretty crazy strong. Alright, ready for the emote, KG?
Watch this.
Customer is king.
There you go, my friend. Was that a pretty good emote? What else we got? Ballista is 3 power, 1 armor. That's reinforced ballista, correct? Sheila.
I've no interest in politics.
Are we seeing the mage deck? I wouldn't be too mad with that.
Gladivort one.
Let's bait some
You
removal.
stand no chance.
You got your money's worth. Yeah, no, I was sitting there thinking about the patch stuff, and then I was like, hold on a second, I'm supposed to emote, and this guy like played into Serpent Trap like crazy. The nasty thing that ball players have been doing, and I've honestly stopped running Crystal Skull in my Northern Realms decks right now, is they've been using Vincent when you Crystal Skull like a unit. That's just disgusting. I think he's a mage deck, because he's running Sheila.
Get out that goal.
Because this wouldn't be Revs because of the leader.
Peace with humans? I buy
Just
that.
make sure you can't use it, though he's getting carried over. Be right back. Yeah, no problem. I'm glad we actually drew this card. Absolutely gorgeous card artwork. Okay, there's his AA. Where's Squirrel when you need it? Yeah, this is mage deck. Okay.
I am here to lend a helping hand.
Probably should just went for max value on that. That might be a little bit of a misplay. Yennefer Conjurer. Yeah, have fun with that.
You crossed the wrong sorceress.
What is this guy doing? You play her, you ping those two, and then you click her. I'm gonna go Maxi because I still have range here. Because Ailoren will come out soon.
Another little wonderbolt. Sure.
Okay. Well, that's fine. So we get those two. And we kind of. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Mulligan 2. 1, 2, 3. So we just miss Heat Wave. But we'd probably really want Heat Wave. Because we need some extra control. So I'm going to shuffle and keep this at the bottom because we are guaranteed scenario, at least with this. I think that makes sense. This is cool run into the mage deck. Gotta appreciate that.
Your wish, my duty.
What's up, Penguin? Pro Gwent player at work. Yeah, man, I just set up a lot of the follower and subscribe stuff for the notifications with like Streamlabs or Stream Elements, I forget the site. And I put some emotes up on there and tried to have an extension to that showed them off, but it wasn't wanting to work. But I do believe emotes should still be there because when I hit affiliate last time, it was like 10 minutes before I was streaming, so I couldn't set up anything. So I was busy for about 2 hours doing that because work ended earlier today because it's 4th of July. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just going past here. And mostly just getting kind of YouTube stuff, but I was like, might as well go and get the stream up. Did you stream today? Or you just doing oh, you see the emotes? Okay, sweet. One of them didn't get approved. I thought that was kind of funny, but some of the other ones went through. I managed to get one that looked kind of like my channel icon with Geralt sprinkling the salt, so that was pretty sweet. Serpent trap. I need a dry pass card, so I'm gonna kick that. Okay, Squirtle is not bad, but he already used AA. Got it back. Okay. He could renew that, and I think renew's a spell, and he played that first round, which is pretty greedy, so we're gonna go and just kick that, because I think he wants to pull that out. Oh, and we do have Heat Wave. Okay, so that shuffle was worth it. Okay, like, we actually have a stacked hand here. If he doesn't have Heat Wave, we're just rolling. You've been posting in YouTube Shorts. I've been seeing some success with them. I've considered doing that with when they release patch notes and they like don't do something they should, just to kind of throw up a kind of goofy video about that. Let me just do mulligans here really fast. That could come in handy. That's kind of bad. Okay, so Feign Death, we'll just go and put back because we have Sage. Okay, Commando, not too bad. Yeah, so no stream today, just chilling family. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I didn't know they were closing my work earlier today, or I honestly would have just probably called in and just kind of done the same because they all went out to a lake house. So, I'm just stuck here streaming on Twitch. But yeah, 4th of July isn't like a massive thing for me, but it's always kind of a fun time with some of the activities that go with it. Alright.
Look at us. Don't dare think
Friendly with that first. What's up, Pi? You can get Serpent with a... Yeah, I know, but... Okay, so... Yeah, so I should have just kept Scenario and just pulled Serpent Trap with it and just been like, you know what, we're gonna roll with it. That would have been the smarter call. But I was just trying to pull some other stuff. So I can Heat Wave that. And then we've got Lock here for something else. But it'd be better to put Heat Wave into other things. Like if he plays Scenario here, I'm going to be really mad with that choice. So that could be game changing right there. Whether I win or lose. Okay, Shani.
I'm a medic. I tend to know what I'm doing when I prescribe something.
Holy cow. So I can go ahead and just lead her a bit here. And just kill that. So he counts himself, so just 2. I think that's fine.
We were not the ones to start this war.
And then I'm gonna go Scenario next. I'm gonna play it up on melee in case I have to back row or Nasiel. If he has Siege though, I'm going to be livid at myself. Okay, Dahlia, this is going to be for a mage.
My great-granddaughter will do great things.
So we lock that.
Naturally, of course.
Spores here could also be completely dead.
Humans are not to be trusted.
But those things are going to pop off. And so he's going to obviously be having more of them.
Humans to the sea!
we gotta do something. Rune Word, does it find it? Let's hope it bricks, because whenever I play Rune Word, it bricks. Okay, Banner Student, that's not too bad. It's going to get him a lot of value. Kind of running out of control here.
Did you see that? Anything would like to be dead now. Killer spell.
Alright, let's go and get Scenario out. Because we got to actually like, proc it here.
In your dream.
So, keeping that in hand, like getting rid of Spores would have been better, and then Serpent trapping his defender, and then we could have like Heat Wave one of these. Would be, I think, a better line here. This your deck idea, Ranger? Yep, this is a... he had a Heat Wave. This is mine. Because I really, really like the artwork of Sage. Like, might be my favorite premium in the game. So I'm just kind of thinking of decks to go with them. Most people played SK, but I was like, he's an elf, and we want, you know, Scenario. So why not fit him in? We also can run some decent traps, and then throw in the other Avallac'h, which is just a good power play. Let's go here, and he has shield, so that's a little bit awkward. We just do like random damage. Just do like rain.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Maybe we get lucky and just never hits a shield. Hits the shield. I mean, we're destroying this guy in points. Okay, Locks coming out a little late. Which one does he go for? Okay, he has a tall punish then. So if this hits Shani both times, we could kill it with this, but it's probably going off. So we'll just go Vernacial. I feel like recently, I never get to use her melee. Okay, so it didn't hit Shani, so Shani is going off. Okay, he's got Spellweaver. Maybe I need to cut.
Novigrad requires rejuvenation.
Okay, he's coming back a bit. I might just need to put in some like smaller damage cards. Like drop these and just put like Dimeridium bombs. That might be a call. This is pretty good.
Time for you to die. Dwarf.
The only good humans are dead.
We're chilling on points though. But he's got a tall punish because he didn't touch the other one that's growing there, so we lose quite a bit. Ooh. I kind of hope he just clicks here. He greets. That's not good. That's not good. He has like Stamelfords. Go here and make sure we get that effect result.
As you command.
Shiny goes off again. Dang.
Your will be done.
It's looking kind of rough. Okay, so Spores is 2 points there. Everything else is just 1. So that's a pretty poor last play. Like if that was another card, that could be the difference. Which really sucks. So if we lose this, it's only by a little bit. If we lose it. But he gets a Tremors here. Yeah, which is disgusting. Okay, he needs... he's got 4 charges stockpiled. It's close. Okay, we pulled out. So it worked out. He doesn't click? What do you mean he doesn't click? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, what should